It is noontime. I was going to say good morning because I'm used to saying good morning. But anyway, it is 12 noon Central Daylight Time. Yes. Anyways, I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. We're just going to wait here for some people to get on. And today is Saturday, the 17th of May, 2025. I tell you, it got down to -1 last night or so. And yes, indeed, we did get a bit of snow. So, hello. So anyway, yeah, not very nice. Not very good. I tell you, excuse me. When I opened the door to bring Jonah in outside, I couldn't believe it. A light dusting of snow out there. It wasn't a lot. We didn't have a blizzard or anything, but we did have some snow. And tonight it's supposed to go down to -2. So, could we possibly get more snow? I don't know. I don't know. But the snow is all melted now. So, hello there. Who's on here? Someone tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, so it is Saturday instead of Sunday. And that is because Father Paul is coming tomorrow. And Mass is at noon. If it was at 11 and done by noon, I could have started at 12:30, but that's not the case. So anyway, I worked on Canadian Quaker flag yesterday and this morning. So I put in whatever it was, 164 stitches or something this morning. So I'm almost ready to go and move yeah, I'll have to move it. I could do one more here, but no, I'll move it. And that. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think it's looking really good. So today I am working on my gnome. And it is, oof, let me see here. I know, this is his nose. Right there is his nose. And down here is a sewing machine, and over here there's the spools of thread. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to work on now, because I can't work on a counted when I'm doing my video. I tried it and it really is not. It doesn't do me any good. So I guess whoever's on here doesn't want to say who they are. That's okay. You don't have to. But I would like to know. So let me see here what I've got here, what I can do. No. Can't see it there. Okay, so what have I got here? I can do, have I got a blue X here somewhere that I can get to? No. Okay, what about a blue? Oh my goodness, no, I'll have to take it off because I can't. Okay, 168, which is number 2. I'm hoping I've got that, unless I used it all. So, if you're wondering, my name is Ava, and this is Stitching in the Interlake. And I live in South Central. Hi, Tracy. What to work on right now. How are you? I am doing okay. I'm doing good. Tanya, I was on the right track, but I couldn't remember it. And that's part and parcel of who I am. I just, yeah, I have memory issues, and sometimes it's very hard for me to, because I forget. Okay, get over there. I'm working on gnome. I've been, I think, no, that's it. There. I worked on this motif here. So after we're done here, I'm going to go back and work on it. So looking good. Looking good. So what did you settle on, Tanya? Did you, oh yeah, I do. Okay. What are you working on? It's pretty slow today. Why is there nobody else on here today? Oh my goodness. I know it's long weekend here. What's the weather like where you are, Tanya? Here, I'm trying to finish my Angel of Light. Oh, yes, I did that one too. I did that one years ago for my friend. That's what I worked on. My friend Pat there had started. Hello, nice to see you. Thought I was going to be all alone today. It would have been hard keeping a conversation with myself for so long. If you went over onto the Facebook group, you would see that I posted a picture of what it was like outside when I opened up the door. And that was like 10 after 7 or so. And to let Jonah in, I was shocked. I was shocked. I thought, oh my goodness. And yet, the last couple of weeks they were sunny, but a little bit chilly, +8. Well, at least you're +8. We are, I think the last time I looked, we were 2 degrees. I'm just going to see here what the weather is. Yeah, 2 degrees. Overcast, feels like -3. High today of 7. We're not going to get there. No. Nope, nope, nope. So, yeah. Yeah, Angel of Light, that's a, I think that's lavender and lace, is it not? I believe it is. Angel of Light. And there is another one that goes with it. Can't remember what it is. But yeah, so my friend Pat, she was trying it and she couldn't get it. She's a great sewer, but stitching was not something that she did well. Oh, yeah, no, no, no. That is, I think it was lavender and lace. Let me see here. Lavender and lace. stitch. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I'm sure it's lavender and lace. Yes, lavender and lace. Just like I thought it was. But there is another one that goes with that. Let's see if I can find it. I'm looking forward to perhaps doing a lavender and lace month, but that won't be until next year. Is there? No, not that one. Oh, no, they don't have it here. There is another one, and it goes the other way. And I can't remember what it's called. Angel of Peace or some, no, I don't know. But anyway, it's, yeah, that one, yeah, no, they don't have it listed here. So, but yeah. Did you have any of you picked out something for June's challenge, which is Joan Elliott month? I am looking forward to working on Canadian Beauty. I got to get my fabric. I keep saying I'm going to get my fabric, but I got to get my fabric. So, yeah. Now, is the one that you have, Tanya, is that a printed or a counted? And did they put any beads in there? I can't remember. It's been so many years. Oh my gosh, it's been so many years. I can't even remember. It's at least 40 years. And I just can't remember what it's all in there. No beads. Yeah, see, I would be putting beads in there. I've done so many of them. I did. Angel of Winter. Angel of Autumn. No. Angel of Spring. No. Angel of Winter I've done for sure. Oh, and then I've done Celtic Noel, Celtic Spring, Celtic Autumn. Um, Hi, Buffy. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. And Buffy, where do you hail from? Where are you from? And what are you working on? Yeah, it's most of the time I do these on Sunday. There's one Saturday a month when I have to do this because we have mass over at the church, and I am, I go to that, and that's at noon. And I was thinking it's too late in the afternoon to start, and no. But, and here, just in case you missed it, this is how far I got on Canadian Quaker flag. So that's where I'm at. And I am working right now on sewing gnome. Yesterday I worked a bit more on Lady in the Woods. But I thought today I'm just going to work here on my sewing gnome. Try and get that done. So I hope it's warm wherever you all are. It's not here. It's not here. Mind you, the weather, the way that it is right now, is good because we have a lot of fires here. Um, to the north, to the west a bit, and to the east. To the east, there's a big working on this. Oh, okay. How nice. Oh, how nice. So, are you going to be joining um, the um, the challenge for June, which is Joan Elliott? So we're going to be working on that. And I have got to get my threads organized. This morning I did a little bit of cleanup in the craft room. And I got some more stuff out to sell. I got these I had a whole bunch of Sarah's Angels years ago. Whole bunch of them, lots of them, probably 20 of them at least. So most of them I gave away for my grandchildren. I don't know if they got them or not. I don't know. Maybe my daughter-in-law is gonna check them. But anyway, I had, I don't know, 5 or 6 left over here. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's good. You know, you can get it as a PDF on 123 Stitch. Unless you have, and I just happen to have here, because I was hoping maybe Charles would have been on here. I'm just going to look here. Okay. If you can find these old cross stitcher magazines, this is a Joan Elliott. Okay. And just a minute here. Oh, yeah, here. Yep. This is a Joan Elliott. Okay. So these are spoken for. And you will notice what they look like because she does very distinctive faces. And so, oh my gosh, I've done so many. I have done, can't even remember the name of them. Snow Fairy, I think. I have one in the bedroom there. I don't know if that's, yeah, I don't know. But when I go through the pictures, I'll go, oh yeah, I did that one. Oh yeah, I did that one. Oh yeah, I did that one. But Joan Elliott is one of my favorite designers. And like I said, I am going to be working on Canadian Beauty. And if you're wondering what that one looks like, I will show you just a minute. Here, wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. This is her. And you can see there's a lot of distinctive, she's got very distinctive faces. So this is the one that I'm going to be working on. I do have, let me see here. I'll go back here. I do have Princess of the Snow, Rapunzel, and Water Goddess. I don't think I've got any. And then I've got a whole bunch in magazines that I have. I don't think I have any more in here. I don't. They could be, if there are any others, they are in my good notes. So yeah, there's quite a few over there on 123 Stitch. Unfortunately, for those of us here in Canada or internationally, we cannot purchase PDFs from 123 Stitch. We cannot. They are not licensed to sell Joan Elliott designs. I don't understand. Just sell them. Are very pretty and distinct. She's on sale. Yes, yes. So, I mean, with you being in the States, yeah. So, usually, what I have to do is because I really can't work from paper charts anymore, is that I will get someone, a friend of mine in the States, to get it for me and I pay her for it because I just can't. I just can't. I can't do it any other way. But you can look through magazines, and there are a lot of them. Oh my gosh, where is it here? Oh yeah, here. Let's see. Ugh. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, that's it. Now I'm willing to part with this one, but it's spoken for. Um, because I don't do stockings. Never have. I'm just not a stocking person. I don't know here if they've got any of her other designs. Um, but she did a lot in these magazines, and she did a lot in these ones or whatever it was there. Oh gosh, I don't know. Um, just one of the others there. So yeah, there's one here. I have it on PDF. This one. I love this one. This is by Sandy Littlejohn. And she's done a whole bunch of them, different ones. There was one, it was waiting for the train. There was, what was it? Picnicking in Cotswold, whatever it is. But she's done a lot. If you can find an older magazine, it's you'll find them. Or if you know of anybody, or try and get a back issue. And of course, she has her most famous design, which was Angel of Cross Stitch. And I had that design, and it uses 300 and I think at the time it was 347 colors. It was all the colors that DMC had at that time. And it was back in 1999. But I was never going to stitch it, so at least I don't think I was ever going to stitch it. And sometimes you will see the ones, there's the reader. Okay, so she's sitting, it's medieval or something, and she's sitting there and she's reading a book. Then there's one where she's playing the flute, and I don't know, there's like three or four in the series. Three, I think. And yeah, but I really like her. I really like Joan Elliott, and I have not stitched one in, I would say, about 6 years, even longer, because I don't even remember the last one that I had stitched. But I think it was when I was down in Lundar. So that is already 7 years ago. 8 years ago. No, 7 years ago. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's and the other one I like, of course, is Lavender and Lace. And I've done quite a few Mirabilias. And those ones I've given away to my grandchildren. The one, she was in pink. And I think she had a dove in her hand or something. And I won Court of Honor for that. And I think that one went to my granddaughter, Kalina. I hope they got it. I hope they were able to get it. So I'll be very angry if my daughter-in-law does not give it to them, because that's why I made them specifically for those kids. Now, I can understand they're awfully young and they're probably couch surfing, and some of them are, anyways. And so I wouldn't want them to be dragging that around. Oh, the summer fairy. Okay. I gotta look that up. I have got to look that up. Let me see which one that is. Okay. Yeah, I did this one for my friend Pat. So I've done that one. I did this one. It's Angel of Spring. I did do that one. Nope. I did this one. This is Autumn Angel, but I did a conversion. I do have this one that I tried to start, I don't know, a couple of years ago, but it didn't go at the time. Yes, Angel of Grace. That's the one that I did. Like I said, I've done a lot of them. A lot of them. I have this one that I can do. I have the pattern for it, and I have this one. I don't like the background it's on. This one here I did not like. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's the colors, whatever it is. No. Celtic Summer, Angel of Summer, Angel of Dreams. Yes. No, no, no. Two. This is another one that was a poor one. It's just the angle in which she's got her head. Like, it just doesn't, it's not natural. Oh, but you're looking at, are you looking at Joan Elliott? Yeah, here. I got to go back and look. These aren't Joan Elliott. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong one. Let me see here. Cross stitch patterns. Okay. A designer. Let's see here. Joan Elliott. Search. Okay, so you said Angel of Spring. Is that? This is another nice one here that I like. I really like that one. And I do like these ones. All Hallows Eve, Edwardian Lady. Just a minute, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to find it. She did a lot with Japanese. She did a lot of Japanese ones like that. I don't think I did that one. I did one similar. Winter Geisha. This one here I like. I would love to get that one. Time Traveler. Summer Fairy. Okay, I'm getting close here. Celtic Twilight. I'm looking. Spellbound. That's a newer one. She's still producing them. I did have a lot of these ones from the magazines. Sunflower Fairy. Astrologer. Yeah, see, this is kind of one of the ones here that I said she had them in the magazines. So this is, well, this one here is a Christmas lady. But I'm just going to see here. Oh, no. Okay, just wait. Let's go. Let's see. Yes, I did this one. Spring, Christmas Spirit. I did that one. Yeah, this is, see, these are the ones that I was talking about. So this is the gardener. There's a whole series of them. Let me see. This one I like too. Medieval Lady. I don't have that one. Yeah, see here, that's the musician. And there's the reader. And my Canadian Beauty, of course. This is the Angel of Cross Stitch. There. That one. That one was highly sought after. And I had actually bought the magazine that it came in. Highly, highly sought after. Rapunzel. Gargoyles. I'm trying to find it. Embroideress, that's another one in that series. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't do that one. I remember when a lot of these came out. No, that's Ladybird Fairy. My goodness, it brings this one here. I did that one. That one's nice. Now, I don't know if I have, because I can't remember if I've got this one. This one I could have given away to one of my granddaughters. Fairy of the Rain, Fairy of the Wind, Dancing Fairy, Lady Rose. I did this one. Spring Fairy. Ow! Okay. That one's pretty. Very nice. Very nice. I can't wait to see you start working on it. But I've done lots of Joan Elliott's. Because I can remember going back, way back, in the dinosaur age, that it was only through the magazines or through a stitching store that you could get the patterns. And that was good. That was okay. Until I started having trouble seeing. And then I just could not. It was too difficult for me. And even on Good Notes, it's getting a little bit difficult because everything starts to swim together. And if anybody has that problem, I like Pattern Keeper because with Pattern Keeper, it highlights the stitches. So then I can work on those ones. I gotta move you over here a little bit. Yeah. So, but am I an expert on Joan Elliott? No. Mm-mm. Have I stitched? Yes. I don't know. I've stitched maybe 10 of them. So, and most of them were big ones. She does have smaller ones. So, and I think I came across a couple of free ones that she had done. And I'll see if I can maybe post them over on the Facebook page. And I'm thinking they were the free ones. Be back. Yeah. And then, of course, I want to do mirrors again. I've done quite a few. So, I had done Autumn and Winter Queen. I had stitched Royal Holiday. That one, I've been trying to get it, Juliet. Please, where's the pattern that you were working on? She had started it, but she didn't. No. And I gave her the one that I had finished. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. She said, I would love to get that one. Like don't just give it away and all that. And so I gave it to her. So yeah. I mean, there are so many out there. And you got to find where your passion is, what you like. I just got to move this over. Oh, no, don't fall. You got to find the one that speaks to you, and not the one that everybody else is doing, right? So yeah, so we're going to be starting that now. When is the 1st of June? The 1st is on a Sunday, so 2 weeks tomorrow. 2 weeks tomorrow. And then I'm having my yard sale. And I hope it's a nice weekend. Here it's the May long weekend. It's supposed to be the unofficial start to summer. And this is more like we're going into October. Except all the leaves are green on the trees. So, wasn't there a song? All the leaves are green. Mamas and papas. I can't remember the rest of it. Anyways, so I have it that I hear something or I say something and it triggers something in my head. And if you haven't gotten older and if you don't have memory problems, it's it's you got to do word association, right? Oh, yesterday I went to the um, seminar that they had over at the municipal office in the chamber room, and it was all about fraud and scams. Now, I watch a lot of stuff on fraud and scams. People trying to cash bogus checks, trying to get people to part with their money. And the thing is, you have the right to say no. You have the right to hang up on a phone call. They don't know you from a hole in the ground. Okay? It's not like they're your neighbors and they're going to track you down, because they're not. Usually, if it is that you hear a very strong foreign accent, that too is an indicator. Because they have a lot of these boiler rooms type things. And I've watched a lot of these anti scammers and how they go in and take control of their computers. And they, and they're, I would say 90% are East Indian and Pakistani. And sometimes you will get Romanian, but the Romanians like to do, where I found is that they like to stand on street corners and big signs saying, "Oh, my nephew has died and I got to pay for his funeral." And, "Oh, yeah." Don't, because they use the same sign 6 months, a year in a row. And don't fall for any of it. People who stand there and trying to get your sympathy and all that. And then when the cops are called, they quickly, like, you've got one on this corner, one over there on that corner, and they'll quickly do it all up and go away. And there, a lot of them that are panhandling, you can see them at the end of the day. They've done where they've shown it. that they get into a like a 2024, 2025 vehicle, and they follow them home, and they live in a really nice home. You know, don't, do not, just, nope, nope. You earned your money. You have the right to hang onto it. If somebody calls you, don't don't give an answer right away. If it is, and they played an actual audio of a lady who was had somebody call her and say, oh, they wanted 9,900 no, $9,950. Yeah, and because it had to be under $10,000, and so they know exactly how to do it. And they were like, it's called the grandparent scam, right? And they phone you and they say, grandma, grandma, I'm stuck in jail. Or they'll have a pretend, and in this audio there was a pretend cop on there, and saying, yes, yes, you got to pay this and all that kind of stuff. First of all, they do not call you. They do not call. They do not offer or say what bail it is. They don't do that. It's the court that does that, not the police officers. Okay. Um, and if it is by chance and you're still going on with it, they will say, oh, well, we have somebody in your area who can come and pick it up right now. That's a scam. You know, don't believe it that it's and you should have some kind of an identifier. Like, say it is that supposedly you get a call and it is your grandson. Then what you do is you say, um, just hang on, or call me back. I have to phone his dad. And usually they'll just go, or they'll try and talk you out of it. Another thing is that they'll say, um, don't say what it's for. Just tell them that you're doing renovations or something, and you have to pay for it. Because, see, anything, yeah, that's it. Anything over $10,000 in Canada, that the bank tellers have to inform, like you know, but they've had lots of older people who say, no, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And this one lady, she had it, I think it was this lady, or it was somebody else, and they talked him out of it twice. And the third time he got mad at the tellers and says, this is my money, this is what I'm going to do with it, you have no right to keep me from my own money. So, yeah. And then I told her about the time when I love a couple of her Christmas ones, but I don't want to do one now and have to think of winter. I understand. Well, you can do the time traveler. I like that one. Um, I told her about an incident, what happened almost 20 years ago, I think. I don't know exactly when, but I think it was 20 years ago. Yeah, that would have been 2005, around there. Lyle and I, we were driving truck, and we had to stop in Saskatoon. So we wanted to get a big inverter at Canadian Tire. So we stopped there and we were talking, and people will follow you around in the stores and they will listen in on your conversation. So be aware of anybody who's close to you. And so they got Lyle's name, and then we were walking back to the big truck, and this guy called out, Lyle, hey Lyle, it's me. And so we both stopped, and then, like, we were close to the truck. And he said, "Oh, don't you remember me? My cousin, you know, lives in, whatever it is, North Bay or wherever it is." So they picked up on conversation. And yeah, so then they said, "Oh, I was wondering if you could help. Our daughter is getting a transplant in in the children's hospital, and we need a hotel room or whatever it is, and would you give us some money?" And I told the guy, I said, "No, no, go and call social services. They will do it." Then, to my better judgment, like the guy said, he said, "Can you let Lyle and I talk?" So then, before I even knew it, Lyle was gone. He came back. I said, "What did you do?" He said, "Oh, well, I gave him a little bit of money." I said, "Well, how much? Like $20? And he said, "No." I said, "More?" He said, "Yeah." Gave him $300. I reamed a strip off of him. I said, "That's a scam." "Oh, no, 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 no." No. Scam. Scam, scam, scam. So they're lurking all over the place. The other thing is, if you go on Facebook, and they have certain scams running at certain times of the year, and you will see all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of them with the same item, same price or close to it. And the one that I recall the most is the one where they had one of these tabletop mixers by KitchenAid, or whatever brand you want to say. And those suckers are worth like $300, $400, $500. And they had it on there that they were selling them for like $39.95 or something. Sometimes they would have it at $29.95 or $49.95, whatever it is. You know it's a scam because it's too good to be true. So just walk on by. Just walk on by. And I keep going in there and putting up, I don't even say anything. I put scam. Then there are the ones that say, Walmart is giving away 10 $500 gift cards to Walmart. All you have to do is put me on there, or like, or whatever word they're looking for. And people do that. And it's a scam. Okay? If in doubt, go and talk to someone else. Someone else that you trust. Go and, talk to your adult children or whatever and ask them. you know. And then, of course, there are the, oh, like they had the one with the Amazon skids. Oh, we're giving away all these, whatever, boxes and boxes of whatever it is, right? And all you have to do is pay for shipping. Okay? Scam. Because they say that shipping will end up being like $2,000 for a skid. It's a scam. And then don't forget all the romance scams, right? And these yahoos will, some of them that take years, right? And then they'll start, once they figure that they've got you, that you will send them, can you send me $50? I need gas and I can't, you know, and that. They're scams. Do you remember in our day we used to get the letters that said, "Oh, I am the wife of the Minister of Transportation in some godforsaken third world country. And we have the rights to $25 million. And if you could help send us something, we'll give you, as soon as the money is released, we'll give you whatever it is, $100,000 or whatever." Scam. Scam, scam, scam. If you get any, they say, unsolicited phone calls from people trying to sell you something, just say, "Call me back in a couple of days. I'll go and check it out." Or just say, "No, I'm, say it's for the United Way." There's one lady here in town. She does not give or buy anything from people at the door unless it's Girl Scout cookies. But she said, don't buy anything. Don't buy anything over the phone. Don't buy anything at the door. No matter, unless it's someone that you know, but you have to be careful because they could be doing it to try and get money because they're not as wise as you are to give it to some scammer. It was just absolutely amazing. If you ever get to go to any of these kind of seminars, they're free. Sometimes it's put on by the police, sometimes it's put on by seniors resources, sometimes it's just general public. So that's my PSA for the day. Take that to heart. Is anybody gonna say anything? Please say something. Let me know. It's hard carrying on a conversation all by myself. Oh boy. So once you've been scammed, you know. You just, if fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? And they said here in Canada that there is approximately, what did they say? Between 500 and $600 million a year is scammed out of people in Canada alone. Watch also for the ones that try to they want you to hit them on the back end. You're driving down the road and then they stop right in front of you and they say, "Look what you did, look what you did." You know, "I want so much money, I want so much money." And yeah, like it's what are they called? Insurance scams. Yeah, that's what those are. Insurance scams. Just if someone starts doing that, just keep slowing down, backing up, and don't stop. Do not stop. If they stop on the road, you go around them. Do not stop, because a lot of times what they will do is as soon as you stop, they'll reverse it and back into you. I don't know if anybody's had that happen. I haven't, but yeah. People are so um, they're desperate these days, and they're getting to be more desperate. So, oh, is there a birdie out there? Is there a birdie out there, my Ruthie? Yeah. There's a magpie just outside the window, and she's watching it. Yeah, what is it? What is it? Is that a birdie? Is that a birdie? Yeah, that's a birdie. She especially likes it when the crows come because they're big. And she can see them right off. They interest her more than the little ones. Yeah. What is it? What is it? And of course, Jonah is up there in the cat condo. He's sleeping away. I guess he was cold last night. So, yeah. But, yeah, there's so much going on, you know. Oh, and then there's also, if you see on Facebook or wherever that they've got some celebrity telling you to send money for his court case or whatever it is. They don't need your money, and that's AI. And AI is becoming so sophisticated these days. It's just it's unreal. Like, and soon it's going to be that there's going to be holograms, and you're going to think, "Oh, wow, you know, this is really person," but no. No. So, oh, please somebody talk to me. Ask me a question. Do something. Cuz I can't carry this on my own. This is an interactive thing, okay? You can be silent when I'm doing my videos, but on lives, that's what it's supposed to be. Oh, and Charles, if you're watching this, he's the Northern Crafter. I've got your stuff ready, and it can, yeah, you can let me know your address and all of that, and yeah. So, so I've done. I went through a little bit more stuff in the craft room. Oh my gosh, I've got so much to do. It'll be nice once I can start putting stuff out in the garage for the yard sale. But that won't be for a little while yet. But because then it will get out of here and out there. So if anybody lives in Manitoba, I am having a yard sale. I'm selling magazines and kits, and I have just a few patterns like charts. So I have a couple from Chatelaine. So I don't have a lot of counted charts. I used to, but I do have lots of magazines. Lots, lots and lots. So, oh, oh, I started a new book. Um, yeah, they're renovating right now. Juliet and John had gone to see, and they've got all the flooring in all 5 suites that they were working on. Sorry, my back is sore. I gotta stretch it out. Oh gosh. And they are going to be working on. I think the next step is the bathroom. So they're putting in all new tubs. What I wish they would do is put in those walk-in tubs. And the smaller ones, or you can sit in it. I wish they would put those in there, but they're not going to do that. It's too much money. But anyway, so they're going to be working, like they're doing in each suite, they're basically doing the same thing. So they're moving from one to the other, to the other, to the other. And when they finish the one, then some of the crew starts working on the kitchen. And so they work at that for a little bit. And by that time, all the bathrooms are done. And then they will go through and they'll start working on the kitchen part. The thing is that I cannot understand why they say you can only have one pet. They tell the smokers that this is their living space. This is their home. They can do with it as they want. So why is it that they're quibbling over me having 2 cats? That's a double standard. So it's going to be really nice in there. Um, Juliet, well, John had gotten a piece of the tile, so I could see what the new tile looks like. It's really nice. Really nice. It's not linoleum, it's not, you know, but it's really nice. And but I haven't heard anything, so I'll start asking in June. So because I told them, I said I had to give them here a couple of months notice. They wanted that, and I agreed. And I'm hoping I can start moving stuff over there middle August, because then I can get some of these, like my bins in there. I can put my pictures in there. I can, you know, put my dishes in there. I can start doing that. And then, like, as stuff goes, then I can start working in here and start cleaning up more in here. You know, the one that it's going to affect the most? My Jonah boy. Because he is absolutely incessant to go outside. Now, what I might be able to do is, and I have to be very careful about it, is that, but it can only be when it's dark out, that I would put him on put a halter on him and put him out the window. We don't have patios. Okay, we don't have patio doors. We have nothing. Okay, there's no, once you go into the villa, there's two ins and outs, right? But there's not a separate entrance into your suite. So yeah. But Juliet and John are gonna keep me apprised of what's happening over there. And but I told them I wanted 8 or 9, and that's what I better get, because I don't want to be moving into one of these ones that is like about the size of a closet. And that's no exaggeration. These are like all in one. These aren't meant to, for somebody like me. They're meant for, you know, people who work all day and come home at night, and then on the weekend they just go to party, you know. So, but the thing is, it's 55 and over, right? 55 plus. But some of the people, they don't care, they just want a small place. But yeah, the smaller units are just basically all in one, and you have a door to the bathroom. Well, actually, even the one I'm moving into, ow, the as far as I know, there's no door on the bedroom. But I'm going to put a curtain up. And I've decided to put, now I have to see, but I'm looking at putting the, go in there, litter box in the bathroom. So it will be tight. I'm not kidding myself. Like, I know it's going to be a lot smaller than what I've been used to. But I can't do it here. I just can't do it here anymore. I am looking forward to it, but first things first. Anybody want to come and help me? Come and help me. I need the help. Ruthie, Ruthie. But yeah. Now I think some of these, the really small units, I think there's just really only room for a sofa bed. You know, it's very, very compact. It's like a tin can. So, yeah. Yeah, otherwise, not much else is happening. Oh, but yeah, I going back to my audiobooks. I finished up the Immort no, the Infinity Engines Part 1, The Anachronist. So I finished that one yesterday. And the only thing I don't like about it is that I would like to see them where they're in a certain time period and they're doing all kinds of stuff, right? They're learning, they're living there, they're whatever. And it's but no, they just said, "Oh, we went to this time period, we did this and came back." And doesn't talk about the whole lifetime that they spent there because the life when they go back in time, they can spend 40 years, 50 years there. But when they come back, it's within a minute or two of when they left. So so then I was deciding, what am I going to read? What am I going to listen to? So I had I've had several books on from Audible. I've got 500 titles, I think. And sometimes they have specials and all of that. So I decided I like kind of cryptids, ghosts, time travel, that kind of thing, right? So I thought, well, I've never read a Darcy Coates book or listened to one. So I got one out and it's called Hunted. And it's good. It's good. It's good. if you like that kind of genre, then that's for you. She has, I don't know, she's got about 20 books. The only thing is, the library does not have, they've got a bunch of books, but they don't have it in audiobooks. Now I know Audible has them. So, yeah. But anyway, I got into it and I listened. I don't know how much time is on there, but it's a really good book. Got it on Audible. That's what it looks like. Hunted. Darcy Coates. And I've got 5 hours and 40 minutes left. And I don't know, I think it was 9 hours. 9 hours, I think, total. So, yeah. But it's really good. Hello, Nancy. Nancy. See, give me a little bit of time. I can get the names. Yes. Yeah, sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes it is that it's right there. Nice to have you on board. What are you stitching on? Answer to just about anything. I'll answer to just about anything, especially if it's dinner. If somebody else is cooking, I'm there. Yeah. Old World Flag by Artisy. Did you post a picture of that on the Facebook group a little while ago, last week or whatever? Ouch. This is my. Let me grab it. Yeah. That's my Canadian Quaker flag. That's where I got. So, if you're wondering, I'm using DMC 115. And I like the variegated look to it. I really do. I do. Have you got, I don't believe I posted it on your page yet. And I am close to moving the Q snaps, so I'll post an update soon. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I'm just working on gnome, on my sewing gnome. I'm just going to see here where. Well, there's some there. There's not many, but I can maybe work on that. So. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do too. He's a cool looking guy. I can't wait to get him finished. I want to move on to a lady. I want to try out one of those patterns there that I got. They're AI. I know they are AI. There's a lot of people who don't like AI. I know that a lot of the full coverage pieces coming out now are all AI. And usually they will tell you, but they have a certain look about them. But that's okay. They won't look any different than my Joan Elliott and that. Have you decided if you're going to participate in the Joan Elliott challenge? You going to do that? Is there anybody here that's going to participate in that? I know Buffy said she was going to. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Not this time. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's not for everybody. Or maybe you're busy or whatever. That's perfectly fine. I am eagerly looking forward to it. Another 2 weeks. But the first is on a Sunday. Okay, yeah, yeah. I know I'd like to get back to that, but I've been working really hard here on my Quaker flag. And I don't know how far I'm going to get on that. But I want to keep that one so that maybe I can do one block a week. These are so easy to stitch. They're so easy to stitch. And but I am looking forward to starting Joan Elliott, Canadian Beauty. Like I said, I haven't worked on a Joan Elliott in 7 years or so. I really don't even know. I don't even really know when the last one was. Exactly. I don't even know what I had stitched at that time. I don't know. I don't think at any time that I've been on my channel that I've done this, that I've worked on a Joan Elliott. I don't think so. I don't believe so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Because I don't recall stitching on one. Hi, Gigi. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Yes, you are late. You're an hour and a half late. So you got an hour here with me. What are you stitching on now, Gigi? I love that winter one you just finished. Yeah. I'm going to show you here. This is my Canadian Quaker flag. This is where I'm at. So I'm working on this one. One of her sent us a few months back. Oh, Joan Elliott? Yeah. Yeah, there's certain ones that I like to do. I'm more on her ladies. Like, where is it here? This is one of them. That's a Joan Elliott. Like, I can tell, right? I don't even have to look it up. I know that's a Joan Elliott because you can recognize them by the faces she does. On blueberries. Oh, yeah, Smile to Swift. Oh, your picture is gorgeous. I love the variegated. Yeah, yeah. I like the variegated as well. I think it adds to it. I think it adds to it. Where am I? Right here. Because I've gotten it before where people have said, well, what do you use the variegated for? What do you use it for? Well, say you are working on say you're working on a field or some flowers, a bunch of flowers. What I would do then, like say tulips and peonies and all that kind of stuff, pick a couple of them out and do them in variegated. Because there are variations in everything. Do not be afraid to use it. And if you're wondering if you should, that's just it's a lot of fun seeing all your product. Oh, thank you, Gigi. Angel of Cross Stitch, where I can see it every day. Oh yeah, you finished it, Nancy. You finished it. Yeah, that's a gorgeous one. So, hello, Rena. Can I ask a question? Is this free? Is this free? Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. You're new here. Yes, my channel is free to anyone who wants to watch. Yeah, you can go back and watch all my old videos. I post a live every week, once a week. It's usually on Sundays, though. But because our okay, Rena, where are you from? And what are you stitching? Oh my gosh, now where did I go? That there. Egypt! Oh my goodness, really? Oh my goodness, well, welcome. I have some magnets from Egypt. Our pharmacist is from Egypt. That is wonderful. You're the first person from over there. Yes, that is wonderful. What are you stitching on? I post a video every single day. Yes, welcome, 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 sweetheart. Were you born from there, or were you born there, or did you move there? Is somebody stationed there? I don't know. I don't know. Remember, there is the dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. Okay, so you can go over there, but you have to answer the question. Okay, and that is, name one of my two living sidekicks. And there's a list of names. So if you watch my video, I name them every day. Every video, right, everybody? I do that. It could be at the beginning of the video, in the middle of the video, usually at the end of the video. I do. These are my babies. Yes, they are. So how did you find me, Rena? How did you find me? Was it just, it popped up? Just so you know, I'm in Canada. And I'm in the middle of Canada. I'm in Manitoba, which is directly north of North Dakota. So that's wonderful. We've got somebody new. And make sure that you subscribe too, huh? And give me a thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. That is wonderful. I'm so glad that I can meet more people and everything. Oh, you were born there. Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah, my my pharmacist, Mina, um, he he goes to Egypt on occasion, goes to visit his family for a month or so, 6 weeks, and he always brings me something back. He brought me a magnet with Basat, the cat. Got me that. But I have from the Valley of the Kings, I have a magnet right from there. And yeah, I've always wanted to go and visit there, but you'll never get me on an airplane. I just won't. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Okay, so what am I going to do now? That is that one. Is that one? That's 53. I have a little bit there, a little bit. Let me see if I can find something more that I can. You'll notice that we're a great bunch of people. We do have a couple of guys on here. And one is Charles, the other one is Drew. Paul used to be on here, but I don't know if he's on here. But it's just, yeah, we're all around this age. Some a little younger, some a little older. But we welcome everybody here. Absolutely. Okay, so what is the green one? Can I do the green one? No, not that one. What is that one? Oh my goodness. Take this. Where is it? Oh. What is it? Oh, okay, number 6. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So that was number 6. Okay, yeah, I got it here. I got it here. I've been working on these ones. I do counted and I do printed. And and I do printed when I'm doing my videos because I can't stitch and like count and stitch at the same time. I can't do it. I can barely talk and stitch at the same time. Yeah. So, and if you are accepted into the Facebook group, I feel like a sneeze is coming on, that you can post pictures of what you're working on. Oh, well, we're all happy here. We are all happy here. Like, I know there's one lady in Scotland, one or two ladies in England, one in the Czech Republic, one in Germany. I had one from, some of us are having our his birthday for the 40th plus time. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm eternally 20. Without kids, no husband. Yeah, and me trucking along on the highways. Actually, what I had wanted to do, I always had a keen interest for archaeology and anthropology. Always did. And it just drew me. And I was very much interested in ancient Egypt. Very much so. But then I slowly, over the many years, I changed, and now I would have loved to have gone to the UK and gone there and seen all the stuff that was there. So yeah, but and we come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, ages, abilities. Yes. But you can go back and watch all my previous videos. I know there's some of you that have gone right back to number one and are working your way through. Dedicated. Absolutely dedicated. Absolutely. Ask a question. Do you see a relationship between me and my love interest, Peter, in the future? We have never talked before. No, I don't know what you're. I don't know why you're asking me. Sorry, don't know. No, I don't. I don't know. Nope. Hello, Lynette. Nice to see you. You're late too. Class started at noon. Why would Rena? Why would you ask? I don't understand. Why would you ask? I I don't know why you would ask me such a question about your relationship. I don't know. Yeah. So what is Lynette working on today? We're missing Steph on here too. She's normally here. I know Christina's working. She might pop in if she has a coffee break. Yeah. Yeah. Methinks there is a bit of an issue. Yes. Something's going on. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe she didn't realize that this is a cross stitching channel. Oh, nice. Yeah, but we're having Satsuma Street coming up. You should save that. I think the one that I'm gonna get is Garden Party. I'm just waiting to see. Yeah, you too, huh, Gigi? Hi, Mandy. Yeah, that was something odd. I don't think that she. I don't think she was meant to be here. Oh, don't worry. I have a couple of other subsumers. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'll make sure that she doesn't get on. I talk about scams, huh? Scams, spammers, trolls, whatever. We don't allow them here. Did you notice that now she's gone? Or she could be just watching. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what she was after. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. No, no, no. This is cross stitching. This is what we do. We cross stitch. If you're a cross stitcher, you're more than welcome. Or you're a knitter or whatever. I don't know, how would you get that from my channel? I don't understand how you would. Because the title of it is Stitching in the Interlake. So, well, thank you, Rena. Yeah, thank you. No, we don't do that here. We don't. No. Though we are open to all religions. So, whether Christian, Muslim, uh, um, Jewish, that kind of thing. Hindu, I don't know, Taoists, um, any of the African religions. I don't know. Well, what we don't do here is anything that is on the negative side. We don't do any of that. We keep this very positive and, that we're here to help each other, right? We're here to help and grow and questions regarding the use of variegated thread. Yes, go ahead, Lynette. I'm eager for a question. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I didn't sleep for 2 days and didn't notice this is a stitching channel. Okay. Oh, well. No, 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 no. That's fine. I believe that God must have led you here for a reason, whatever that reason is, right? Lynette, what's your question about variegated threads? I'm eagerly waiting. Hmm. Oh, she's probably writing a story. I know for me, I have to say one little thing, but I've got to have a preamble and a postamble. I'm not one to just say it. I have to do it in my own way. Thank you. Okay, Lynette. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it. Just know we only have another 30 minutes or so. 35 minutes. And long lines are more of a block. I stitch. Okay, some people will take their variegated thread and they will have to have everything match up. I go willy-nilly. I don't care. Sometimes I go up and down, sometimes I go side to side. Like if you notice here, this is side to side, right? Because that's the darker stuff. Here and here it's side to side. And then over here it's up and down. Okay? And here it's just wherever it goes. See, like here, that's a whole block there. So I went up and down here. And I just go wherever. I just let her fly. So what you're doing is willy-nilly. It looks very pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I just, if you're stitching on with variegated and you're stitching words, just go to town. Okay. Just make sure that, just make sure that when you're pulling your threads out, you see here, okay, that because there are darker patches in there and lighter patches and that, see, like that, that you can't double them over, okay? You can't use the loop method. You have to use it 2 strands at a time. Otherwise, it'll look just, it won't even look good. And try and make it so that each strand is even. If it's a little bit out, nobody's going to notice. Tell me, do you notice where it's out? No. And then I just go how I want to go. Like if I'm working, see here, like I was right up here, so I'm going to come down over here and come over here, and I might work in the middle and all that, wherever it goes. But if you're doing it, say, long lines, I would suggest that each stitch be completed. So, like, don't go up 20 stitches and then come down, because you'll get a lighter color under and a darker color on top. So you want to complete each stitch. doing variegated is an easy way to get that movement to come in and to give it much more of a, to me, a natural look. Oh, okay. Got ahead of you there, huh? Ugh, take my pills. First things first, I gotta have a bite of chocolate. Oh my goodness. Mm, sorry. You know I do this because I have to have something. Hello, Roberta. Mm. Oh, you're more than welcome, Roberta. Yeah, I would do each stitch individually. You can go whatever way that you want to go. Just a minute. You can go any way, depending on what you like. I don't care. I just go to town. I just go however I want to go. And each one will be different than another one, depending on where I go. See, like here, this one has some lines going down and then across, and um, this one, it's whatever. And this one here, I guess I was going here. I just let it go, whatever way I want to go. Because if you think about it, variegated, I don't know if I've got any other. Let me just see here if I've got any other variegated down in here. Might not have any. No, there's none down there. I thought maybe I had a different color. But you just pick. Okay, so say you're working on the US Quaker flag. What I would do with that is, because you don't want to overwhelm a project and have it all done in variegation, because that's just going to detract away from it. So for the American or the US Quaker flag, I would probably do the blue, and depending on how I feel, or excuse me, you can do the red, like the red stripes, and but just choose one color, okay? Whatever is the most dominant, whatever it is that you want to show first. So for this, I chose the red, and over here is the white or cream or whatever color it is. So I'm not doing that in any kind of like a white gray variegated, because it would take away from this. Okay? You want to enhance it. You don't want to take it away. So, say it is that you're working on an alphabet. Just say. You can do all the letters in the alphabet in a variegated. Maybe you'll want a yellow and orange kind of variegated, or you can use um, what are they called? Maybe next year you should have a variegated month challenge. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Um, well, Quaker flags or Quakers are easy to do it in variegated. So say you've got a whole thing there and it's a pattern that's got all different kinds of, oh gosh, I don't even know what I've got here. Wait a minute. Let me see what I've got here that I can show you. Okay. I will show you. Um, let's just see here. Nope, nope, wait a minute. I did that wrong. I did that wrong. New PDF. Okay. So you see this, okay? Or the pumpkin, or, whatever it is. I would put variegation in there. So, um, if you want to use the black and put it, if it's a black and a dark gray or something, oops, gosh, sorry. And you can do anything. You can put a variegation here. Oops, sorry. See, instead of doing, you've got 3 colors in there, I guess. You can just use a variegation. 29 as my forever age. Let me see here if I can find something else that might, like Shannon Christine's are really good for that. Um, Stitching with the Housewives is another good one. Um, okay, so say you've got this. Okay, this is a Carolyn Manning design. Okay, so say you pick one color in there or 2 colors and you use variegated. Right, whatever one it is, you use it as you put it in as variegated. It'll be very subtle because there's all kinds of blues and everything in here, and there's a lot of changes. But let me see here. Okay, there's this one. You can tell I like Shannon Christine. Okay. So, oops, I'm trying not to. So, here you've got this flower. Okay. So you can pick something, one color out of there. I mean, it's got white in there, so I don't know if I choose that one. But, or like the truck here, right? You can put a variegated in there. And then you don't have to do all the color changes. It's just, oops. It's whatever it is that, wait a minute. Okay, like here I was working here on Jack Be Nimble. Okay. And I worked on it with a kind of, it's like a brownish, I think that's the one, unless I did it in a blue. But anyways, if you've got something like this, you can easily change this over to variegated. And just, it will give you that movement. It will give you that extra. Like I worked pandemic in DMC 115. And I started Saga in, I don't know what color it was. I don't really like it. I might go back and restart that one. I just don't like how it's looking. Yeah, that one is a purple kind of color. Purple blue. You're 54? Oh my goodness. You're a baby. You're a baby. I'm going to be 67 in October. Don't I look good for my age? I always said my mother grew old gracefully, so did her twin sister, and so did my grandmother. So I knew I was going to age gracefully too. Like some people, it just, like my mother in law, she just aged something fierce. And, but her, she lived a hard life, so it showed on her face. So, but yeah, so does that answer your question? I love talking about variegated. And you can find anything. There are greens and yellows and oranges and browns and purples. You can get the overdyed floss. But I would suggest if you're using it for a big one, that you don't go for that. But you can find all kinds of variegated. What's her name there? Um, oh my goodness. Hand dyed by Rolanda. I knew it would take me a minute. She has beautiful variegated flosses, and you can buy them in big hanks. And you can. Oh, no problem, Lynette. No problem. I hope that helped with everybody else. Yeah. I love answering questions like that. Keeps me focused. It keeps me on. Yeah. It helps me because I don't know what else to talk about. Please remember to give me those thumbs up. Thumbs up, peeps. So, but yeah, it's been so chilly. I haven't even really gone outside. I just opened the door to take a picture outside and bring Jonah in, and that was it. That was it. Actually, I had the furnace set at 17, and then I put it down to 15, and now it's dropped down to 16. Yeah, so for this time of year, I remember back in 19, I think it was 91, on May long weekend. We were down in Kingston, and we decided to go over on the Wolf Island Ferry. Yeah, I think it's Wolf Island Ferry. And and it was so hot, and they had, because it was a long weekend, we went on, I don't know if it was the Sunday or the Monday. It was so hot, I got such a sunburn. I got such a sunburn. And now, like, this is almost beginning of April weather or October weather, except that the leaves are green and that, no, no, I don't care for it. But I would be interested in seeing, and if you have any questions about variegated, then ask me. Post a picture on the Facebook page and ask, this is what I'm planning on doing. What do you think of this color? Or another color or whatever. And don't be afraid to experiment. Like, say you're doing, well, I did the Lord's Prayer, right, for the church. Well, I did it for me and then I gave it to the church. And it was a Stony Creek. And so for all the wording, and I did that also for Ecclesiastes, for all the wording, I used a blue variegated. In Ecclesiastes 3:1, I did 4, 5, 2, 5, I think, or 2, 0, something like that. Yeah, it's more of a brownish. Oh yeah, here it is. Oops. This is what I used. I don't know here if you can. I don't know here if you can kind of see it. Let me see if that will it bring the color out a little bit more. There maybe. You see, there's purples up in here. There's browns. Kind of a bluish in there. I don't know what this is. A different type of purple. So just go to town. Just find something, and you can always ask me and say, will this work? This is what I want to do. What do you think about this? It's like the other day there, Juliet and John were doing up diamond painting pictures and putting them into frames. And so there was a hummingbird, and there was an open space down there under the head and body of the hummingbird. And I said, oh, you got to put something there. So then she was looking at, I don't know, whatever else. And I said, no, Juliet, I said, you need to put, she was going to put something really, I don't know, like plasticky flower, or she was going to put stickers. I said, I said, you need to get a fabric flower and spread it out so it's like the hummingbird is flying and it's coming over the flowers and all that. And I tell you, did it ever look good? It turned out so well. And that. But sometimes you just need somebody else. Now, there are times when I don't get it either. That doesn't happen often. I usually it's just like I'm always right except when I'm wrong. But then I'm always right about being wrong. You know, we as old birds did not get to be here without really learning something along the way. And like I said, I've been doing stitching for 55 years. So I've learned and I made my share of mistakes. Oh boy, did I ever. See here, even on my gnome here, I could have picked one color out and done it as a variegated, like a blue or something. And that gives you movement, that sparks interest without being overwhelming. I know there are some people who have done Teresa Wenslers using variegated, to put in the areas where, like, it's a transition between two different colors. Or say you've got a bird and it's flying, or whatever, a dog. They're not going to be exactly the same, right? They're not going to have like circles that are just circles, whatever the case may be, whatever it is. A tulip, a rose. You want to, maybe it is that you don't want to do the whole flower, but you can do the center of the flower. And you can do that. Or you can do the stems. You just expand your mind a little bit. Like when you look at a flower, the stem isn't all the same color all the way. And every one of them is exactly the same. You know, just try it on one little thing and go on and do, and you can always change it later if you want to, or yeah. So tomorrow I'm just going to do a video, just my regular ordinary video. And then next Sunday it'll be back on its regular schedule. So, oh, my back. Oh. That one spot in my back that is really, yeah. So, yeah. I hope it warms up. This cold is ridiculous. We shouldn't be having this. I know that the weather, because it's cooled off a lot, it will help with the fire situation here. That's going to be good. See, if I had wanted to here, like I'm working here on the, just take this off here for a minute. I'm just working there on the pom-pom, right? If I had wanted to, I could have used, a couple of variegated. I'm still trying to figure out where the old lady in my mirror came from. Yeah, I wonder that too. So, yeah, it's just like, one day you look in the mirror and you see yourself as a 19-year-old or 20-year-old or whatever. And then you go to bed at night and you wake up and you go, what happened? Who is that old lady looking at me in the mirror? Who is that? And I remember I always liked looking after the elderly. Always liked looking after them. And it was just incredible. Like sometimes if I was on a night shift and somebody was up, I would ask them, what was it like back then? What was it that you know, did your parents tell you stories about what it was like, when they were younger? I like going back and seeing that. Like even now, it's kids have no idea like what happened on 9/11. They have no idea. Right? They were asked that reporter went out on the street and asked them. So do you know what happened on 9/11? You, well, we took it in school, but I didn't really pay attention, and I'm not really sure, and all of that. And I can remember, you know, I can remember when Princess Diana passed away. I remember when they got married. You know, it's like I don't idolize people like that. That's not my thing, but I like just generic, you know, um, just like Joan Elliott and Mirabilia patterns. So we have another 2 weeks for this challenge, which is Quakers. And mine, of course, is Canadian Quaker Flag. It's by Vivsters. Vivsters. And she has all kinds of flags. She's also got the Manitoba flag, and I'd like to be able to get that. She had just posted that a little while ago, and like a week or so ago. And I'd like to get that one, but I'm not ready yet. I'm just going to do the Canada flag and see where I am after that. At least I can say I've done one of hers, right? So just like I did a Teresa Wensler, I've done Joan Elliott, I've done Mirabs, I've done Nora Corbett, I've done. I would like to try Passion Ricamo. She just posted a new one. And then there's also what's the other one that's from over there in Spain or Portugal or Italy or something over there. It's a guy that's doing it. He's designing. Can't remember. Come on, you smart asses. Remember when the majority of stitching patterns were teddy bears and geese? Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, like you go back here to this magazine. This was back, well, this is a fairly newer one. 2005. August 2005. And that was a very important year, like this here, you know? Like, here, say, like for you, die hard, what do you call it, Americanas, doing Americana, Stars and Stripes Forever and all of that jazz. We don't do a lot up here, but it is improving. So let me just finish this stitch here. Think some of the teddy bears and geese are making a comeback. Close to, yeah, they are. Yeah. You know, go to a thrift store and see about picking up, you know, old stitching magazines, old stitching books, and see what's in there. Remember, what's old is new again, right? So, anyways, my lovelies. Oh, my lovelies. Oh, my lovelies. Always looking to see what's going on out there. I've got dishes to do, and then I'm going to probably work on my Quaker flag. And remember, next Sunday is the live. We're back to our regular, and that will be, let me see here, the 25th already. And I think that's the last Sunday. Yeah, that's the last Sunday of May. Next Sunday. Yeah, because the following Sunday is the 1st of June. And then I get to start my Joan Elliott. Yes, too bad I can't show you how I work on it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see, but I don't know. That's up in the air. That's really up in the air. So, anyways, have a good rest of your weekend. And oh, it's Memorial Day weekend for you guys. Okay, is Monday a holiday then for you, or is it next weekend that it is? What is it here? What is it here? Oh yes, the 26th is your Memorial Day. This on Monday it's Victoria Day, named after Queen Victoria. So yeah, we still honor that. Yes, you too, Gigi. Thank you so very much for dropping by and your comments. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Doodle-oodles, everybody.